unlike my draft announcement, this is a little longer and a little better, but obviously we have Kyle here. We're extremely pleased to introduce Kyle as the newest member of the Buffalo Sabres. And obviously we've talked about him in the press conferences and that before. He's going to have a huge role here, and we're just extremely excited and can't wait to get going. So no further ado. Welcome.
Thank you.
I'll let him put it on.
All right. I know what the kids feel like on draft night.
Got one right. Put the sweater on.
It feels good. Feels different. I kind of walked out on the home bench, and definitely different to be on the home side. But I'm excited to meet everybody and put some faces to names. And excited to be here.
Kyle, what sold you on Buffalo?
I talked about it a little bit, but definitely the young team. I think that they have so much skill and their future is bright, and I really believe that we can win here, and that's what sold me. That's why you play the game. You play the game to win a Stanley Cup, to win a championship, to raise banners, and I think this team has the ability to do that.
We obviously know you're excited to be here. Friends and family that you've talked to, what was their reaction to signing a long-term deal?
They were excited. I have a couple of two different families that I'm very good friends with that are from Buffalo, and so I talked to them, right when I signed, and they were obviously excited. And my family was extremely excited, and just started looking up information about Buffalo. But everybody was very proud and excited for it.
Your past experiences in this building, playing for the Islanders, and going through those games, and now seeing things from the other side, getting the locker room tour. How's it gonna feel to call this place home for the next few years?
Oh, I'm excited. It's going to be definitely a transition, but at the end of the day, hockey's hockey. You still got 12 guys on the ice and one puck, and you're just playing. So kind of wherever you play, that's going to be the case. And but I've always liked playing in this building. There's some buildings where you feel comfortable, and others where maybe you might not feel as good. I've always felt good in this building. I'm excited to play in it and to call it home and make it home the next number of years.
I know you talked to Matt Molson and stuff, but have you talked to any of your other new teammates? Like, have you talked to Jack or anyone like that yet?
I've texted Jack a little bit. A lot of the guys texted me when I signed that day, throughout the day, and probably 7 or 8 guys. So it was nice to hear from everybody. And I talked to Jack a little bit, and everybody's excited, and I'm pumped to meet everybody.
When you were standing on the bench earlier today, did you daydream a little? I don't know what the term is, but do you look out and start? Does stuff go through your head or anything like that?
It was a quick one, but yeah, a little bit. It just walking out on the ice for that first game. It's just gonna be different on the home side when people are cheering for you in this building. And that's obviously I've only known one organization throughout my career, and couldn't be happier about making this my new home.
Kyle, you were certainly a key guy with the Islanders, but how much different is it going to be being, a big money guy here with the expectations really raised up, even though you've put up numbers in the past in your career?
Well, I don't think you can change the way you play, based on a contract. I think that's when you kind of get into trouble, when those expectations beat you down and weigh you down. I'm going to go out there and play the way that I know how, and prepare the same, and make sure that my game is there. I feel like I'm at a point in my career where I know what I need to do to be successful, and I'm going to continue to do that, continue to try and get better. And that hasn't changed throughout my career, and it's not going to change in my approach here just because I've signed a long-term deal.
I know it's not your decision, but I think we can rest assured you're either going to be the right wing for Ryan O'Reilly or Jack Eichel. Have you thought about what it would be like to play with either one of those guys?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'm going to be playing D, but yeah, I've thought about it a lot. I've obviously watch those guys played against them. You know, I've been saying it for a week that Ryan is one of the smartest players, one of the smartest centers in the league, in my opinion. And you know, Jack's got nowhere to go but up. And you know, his ceiling is so high, and he's going to be such a tremendous player in this league for a long time. And you know, looking forward to helping him grow and just you know, try and continue to cultivate him as a player.
You were similar age to Tavares. You're a couple years older, but you're 9 years older than Jack. How can you really help him?
Well, I think, you know, I see a lot of similarities in, you know, where Jack was. I mean, obviously I don't know Jack's game as well as I know Johnny's from playing with him, but I see a lot of similarities in the height and the skill set, some of the things that he does out there from when Johnny was 18. And, you know, I know where Johnny's career path went, and I know how he worked and how hard it was for him to get there. And just looking forward to, you know, maybe saying a couple things to Jack or sharing some of those experiences with him, and just trying to help him grow.
Has Drew Stafford said anything about wearing his number?
Yes.
What did he tell you?
I told him I'd take it down from the rafters for him.
Anyone else?
Kyle, you said that you feel this team can win. How soon do you think this team can get to where you believe that they ultimately will get?
Well, I think we're going to be a better team this year than they were last year, and you know, so whatever that means, I don't know. We'll see when the season starts. We still don't have, you know, the full team, and probably don't have the roster of what it's going to be on opening night. So, you know, I feel like this team has a lot of pieces, and you know, maybe they don't know how good they can be, and so hopefully it comes sooner rather than later. I don't know if I can put an exact time frame on it though.
Kyle, the majority of the players in this club are draft picks or big trade acquisitions like O'Reilly. You chose to come here in a big money free agent way. The Sabres are now involved with another big free agent in Jimmy Vesey, not a big money guy. I mean, what would you say to someone, a kid like that, who's got such credentials about coming to the Buffalo Sabres when it's going to be his choice?
Well, it's, you know, a little different, I think, when you haven't played in the league. You know, in his position, he doesn't know the league that well and kind of know how it works. I would tell him that we're going to be a good team for a long time, and it's going to be a fun organization to play in. We have when you have the Pagulas at the helm, it's going to be a great organization, and you know, we're going to be contenders, and you know, that's something that isn't always there on teams. You know, I know that personally. We went through a really tough stretch with the Island, and you know, there's not going to be those rough times ahead. It's going to be we're going to be good. You know, off the ice, I just bit of an introvert. You know, but you know, like to have fun. You know, my family's obviously extremely important to me. 2 kids, and you know, just really enjoy spending time at home and relaxing.
We're always talking about the top 6, and I remember on the phone you had said that when you played against the Sabres, you thought they were hard to play against, and you mentioned Ryan O'Reilly. When we look at maybe the 3rd and 4th lines, how much of that, what you said, maybe when you were thinking of Gergensons or Foligno or Larson, or maybe some of the guys there that might be hard to play against? Maybe what? I'm just trying to maybe get more out of you what you mean when you say that.
Well, you know, obviously the top end skill was there, which is more so what I was referring to. It's just that you don't know what they're going to do, but you know, those guys are such good players. You know, Foligno is a guy he brings it every night. He works extremely hard, and I think Larson's a really smart player, and Gergensen also. So, you know, they're going to just keep growing into what kind of players they're going to be, and you know, I think that they're going to find their way. They're going to keep finding their way and mature into really good players in this league.
You had mentioned that you went and sought out a lot of guys who had played here before for their opinions on Buffalo, and especially with Matt. Did you have anybody who is currently with the team reach out to you to try to say, hey, maybe you should jump on board?
Not before I signed. No, I mean, just just with Matt, I mean, you know, being a close friend, but it was I kinda went radio silent for a couple weeks before free agency and just tried to, I had enough going on in my own head, I didn't need to talk to that many people and, you know, just trying to keep the circle tight, but no, that didn't happen.